Hey, welcome back for another Rob. He takes a look at TikToks and he will evaluate them and react to them. It's kind of a working title, but
You could also just call it Rob Reacts.
yeah. Let's go. Let's take a look at a TikTok, shall we?
The 7 deadly sins of tile work.
Okay, here they come.
Contrary to popular belief, tile and grout are not waterproof. So if someone has put tile...
Dude, he is so not wrong. This was me early on. I was like, we are the heroes of this story. Our tile and grout protects you from all the evils of moisture and mold and mildew. And I thought whenever I saw water damage in a shower, it's got to be that leaky shower door or something. Well, he's not wrong.
Tile over drywall in a wet area. You got to rip it all out.
Happened
And
everywhere.
they probably didn't backbutter the tile anyways, which is another deadly sin. Or potentially a retirement plan.
Yeah, looking at some outside tile cladding. Pretty scary stuff. Yeah, 95%. That's the number of percentage of coverage that we want to have on our tile for wet areas, for what it's worth. Anything less than that, no bueno.
Now, once water gets past the tile and the grout, it wants to flow downhill. Maintaining that slope around your shower pan is easier said than done. So if your shower pan leaves water pooling and one...
I like the image he showed here. It's like of a tile cutaway of the shower floor, and he shows the pre-slope in the shower floor membrane. It's pretty
pan
cool.
leaves water pooling in one corner without a drain, well, that's a deadly sin. The common thread between every surface that you put tile on is
We call those
flat surface.
bird baths.
When you're putting tile on a floor, a lot of time is going to go into preparing a flat surface. So this guy poured self-leveler in the bathroom. Remember to cover the tub, by the way. Believe it or not, it can be equally difficult to get a flat surface on old walls. So in this case,
I'd love to hear how many guys are using self-leveler out there for tile. We pretty much on small areas especially we'll float the floors. We'll get out the straight edges and we'll take some leveling compound of some kind, whether it's feather edge or some shower floor mud or sand mix or some kind of, even mix in some thinset, and we will screed a floor to get it flat. Is anybody out there using self-leveler?
In this case, this guy cut out all the drywall and applied foam board directly to the studs to get that flat surface. If you're not tiling over a flat surface, that's a deadly sin. Now, this can happen even if you have a flat surface, but lippage is what happens when tile doesn't sit flat.
Yeah, he's showing a backsplash for one of his lippage comments there, and that backsplash, the lighting is trash. So lighting is just never supposed to be right up against tile. It's like taking a flashlight and putting it under your face. That's the ugliness that happens when you have a light right there. So if you look in TCNA handbook, the light needs to be at least 2 feet away from the tiled surface. This light is directly on it. So that backsplash is destined to fail. But as far as ugly lippage looks go, you pull the light away and it might be fine. It exasperates any of the shadows.
Tile doesn't sit flat with each other. Now, sometimes, especially with large format tile, the tile itself can be curved. So you need to plan out your overlap joints. You can't always go 50-50. Sometimes you can only go over a third or straight up.
Actually, on 12 by 24s, most manufacturers will not warranty if it's 50% overlap, or that's what he uses for a term here, overlap. So it's got to be 1/3 staggered, offset by 1/4, 1/3, but 50% offset is usually not going to fly for manufacturers. We'll generally check the tile flatness before we move on with something like that.
Or straight up stacked. Now, the sin you'll see all over town can be avoided by planning ahead. That little sliver at the top.
Yep, for sure. That little sliver at the top. No bueno. All comes with layout. Hey, let's look at another one. Can we just acknowledge that tile is naturally ASMR? Yeah. I've heard these sounds for 30 years and I still Love hearing these sounds. Nice. It's level. He's got all the tools. Also, can we acknowledge how often leveling clips are used now? Almost always. It's pretty great. When I was coming up, there were no leveling clips. Maybe because the tiles were like 8x8s and 12x12s. But still, would have been nice. Oh, there we go. Another mitered curb. Again, I don't think mitering is the best move for putting on your any kind of outside corners because it can break a little bit easier. So, I mean, in a shower, it's not that big a deal because you're barefoot. So if you like this kind of content, tile content where we're learning a little bit, then like, subscribe, share with your friends. Love us. Keep watching us. Thank you.